Okay, so today we're going to make a poached egg. I've already put about 4 inches in a saucepan to bring to a boil. When you boil, the bubbles come up to the top and it's very rapid. But when we want to do a poached egg, we're going to turn it from a boil down to low, bring it to a simmer, and that's where you'll still see a few little bubbles, but it's not coming up to the top. Okay, um, so let's talk eggs. These were just bought yesterday. In order to do a poached egg, you need to have fresh ones. If you want to know if they're fresh, put them in a glass of water. If they float, they're not fresh. If they sink to the bottom, they're fresh. If they sink but they're up like this, then that means they're not super fresh, but they're not bad either. Okay, so the first thing we want to do is we want to crack our egg and we want to put it in this strainer. This is going to get rid of some of the watery white part of it, because when you do a poached egg in the water, it will leave trails behind and leave strings. When we break this, we don't want to break it on the edge because we could very easily break the membrane and get lots of shell in it with us. If we do get shell, however, shell is attracted to shell, and I can use the shell to get the other parts of the shell out. So hopefully we don't do that. I crack it here. And I release it. Okay, I'm just going to wash my hands. Okay, so what I'm left with is just the white and the yolk, and I'm going to put that in this container. Okay, and as you can see, there's some liquid in there, and that all came out of the egg, and that isn't going to cook at the same time as everything else. So it makes for a much nicer egg to get rid of that watery part first. Okay, so I'm going to pause it here. We're going to go over to the stove and we'll cook this up. Okay, so this is what a boil looks like. You can see all the bubbles are coming up to the top. I've also added in a quarter, 1 to 2 teaspoons of vinegar because it helps the egg coagulate better. And you can see just by turning it down by low how the bubbles have slowed down. There's still a few there, but not many. So I'm just going to wait a second, and while I'm doing that, I can practice my vortex. So what I want to do is I want to create a circle, kind of like the end of the water slide at Big Immense. And you can see that there's a vortex in the middle, okay? So that's what we're going to do. Okay, and we're just going to drop our egg right in the middle. Okay, and I need to set a timer for 3 minutes. So that is just going to sit just like that for 3 minutes. I can move the water around slightly, but I don't need to. It's patience with eggs. So after the 3 minutes, I'll restart. Okay, we have about 20 seconds left. As you can see, there's some bubbles there. They're very, very, very light. The egg is just floating around. We always use a slotted spoon to take it out. And I'm going to put it on paper towel because nobody wants their water in that. So there's our timer. And I'm very gently going to pull that egg out, and I'm going to let it drip for a minute, and I'm going to put it on my paper towel. Okay, and what I can do here now is I can do a gentle feel, and I like a runny egg. I call it a dippy egg. So that's pretty much done now. Okay. And what I want to do afterwards I always season my poached eggs afterwards, so I'm gonna do a sprinkle of salt and a little bit of pepper. I'm a pepper person as opposed to a salt, but eggs are almost like a starch, so you always want to season it. You don't put the salt in the water because it will break down the egg. Okay, that's it. Hope you enjoyed.